welcome back to the Saltiness Isn't Bliss channel. Tonight I am making taquitos, or more specifically chicken taquitos. So there's a lot going on here, guys, a lot of prep, so let's get right in it. First, we want to preheat our oven to 425. We want to prep a baking sheet, line it with some foil. We are going to spray the foil with cooking spray. We'll do that in just a bit. And we want to have some corn tortillas handy. So we are going to lay a few on, I'm just using a paper plate or a microwave safe plate. We're going to warm those up in just a bit because we are going to fill these with what we are mixing in our big bowl here and then roll them and place them on our baking sheet. So we want to make sure that they're warm so that they will cooperate and they'll roll up and be real nice and pliable when we're ready for them. So in our large bowl here, we are starting with our chicken. So a real nice shortcut for this recipe is we're going to use rotisserie chicken. So I featured this in the chicken pot pie casserole video where I was able at my local deli at my grocery store to get some scraps off of their rotisserie chicken. So the great thing about this is it's just the right amount. Chicken's fully cooked. All I have to do is shred it and put it in a bowl. So nice and easy. I've already put one package in the bowl. All right, so our very next step after we have shredded up all our chicken, which by the way, the measurement on this is gonna vary depending on how many or how few taquitos you are making, but this is just under a pound. So anywhere between 3/4 of a pound and a pound, I would say. We're gonna take 4 ounces of cream cheese that is very soft. So I did just pull this out of the microwave and we're gonna put it in a bowl. To that, we are going to add 1/4 cup of enchilada sauce, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground pepper, and 1/3 cup of sour cream. Alright, so here is our ingredients that we just put together, and now we're going to mix those well before we combine them with our shredded chicken. So this is why we want to make sure our cream cheese is soft, because we need to make sure that it really mixes and blends in there. So now we want to take that mixture we just blended, pour it directly on top of our chicken. Next step is to fold your chicken in and just make sure it's as evenly coated as it can be. And now we're going to add in some additional ingredients. So we've got a 1/2 cup of chopped fresh cilantro. So let's mix that cilantro in. And now we come to our cheese. So this is 8 ounces of grated, freshly grated Colby Jack cheese. You can of course switch up the cheese or the quantity, and you can buy shredded if you need a little shortcut on that. Don't have time to grate it, don't have a grater, shredded is fine. So I'm gonna add in about 1/2 of this, or 3/4. And mix it in and see where we're at, because we may not need all that cheese. That's kind of going to depend upon how much cheese you want in there, but also how much chicken you have in there. So I think we're probably good right there, because we can always add a little cheese on top before it goes in the oven. So right now it should look something like this, and this is going to be what we fill our tortillas with. Next step, guys, is to, in small batches, put your tortillas in the microwave anywhere between 30 and 60 seconds to just warm them up, and then we'll move on to our next step. Okay, so our foil I've just coated with some cooking spray, so that'll be your next step. My tortillas have just come out of the microwave, so they should be nice and warm. You should be able to move them around easily. So we're gonna put a layer of our mixture in there. it will depend on you on how much or how little you put in there. Go with about that amount. We want to fold them up as best we can. Lay them seam side down on our pan. Brush the top with some olive oil. And then to finish it off, I'm going to sprinkle some of our remaining Colby Jack cheese right on top. And you will just continue on and repeat those steps until you've used up all of your mixture or all of your tortillas or have the quantity that you want. All right, guys, take a look at these beauties. I got 12 total, about ready to go in the oven. So again, on the top there is some olive oil and the rest or most of the grated cheese. These are gonna go in the oven, a preheated 400. These are gonna go in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes or until our tortilla shells are crispy. Take a look, guys, fresh out of the oven, piping hot. They did end up only cooking for about 10 minutes. So because the temperature in the oven is so high, they don't really need that much time to crisp up, so 10 minutes did the trick. So let's get one on a plate. And get all this good stuff that came out of there, or not. So on the top, we are going to put a little bit of tahini, that will be to taste, and some lime juice. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.